And there are just a few stories from the world of sex and rock and roll. If you'd like to do some reading on your own, may I suggest a site called groupiedirt.com. Just don't do it at work. In just a sec, highlights from 1996.
More of the secret history of rock coming up. Back to the secret history of rock with Alan Cross.
Each episode of The Secret History of Rock features a look back to the music of a specific year. We haven't done 1996 yet, so let's do that. One of the first things that happened was the introduction of the Motorola StarTAC cellular phone. Remember that thing? It was the smallest and lightest cell phone of its day. Wouldn't even make a good doorstop now. The Nintendo 64 came out that year. It was the year of the climbers disaster on Mount Everest. A sudden storm hit in May, the height of the climbing season, and at least 8 people died. Dolly the sheep, the first cloned mammal, was born. That was one good-looking sheep. She lived until the age of 6 and gave birth to 6 lambs. And yes, her name was inspired by Dolly Parton. As far as music went, Madonna's stalker, a guy named Robert Hoskins, was convicted on 5 charges, including threats to kill her. This is in addition to the death threats that she got from people in Argentina who didn't like the idea of her playing Eva Peron in Evita. Still with Argentina, there was a riot at a Ramones show. Kids who had been waiting for tickets all night found out that the show was sold out. It got ugly, and when you consider that the Ramones played their last ever show on August 6, 1996, you can understand the disappointment of these kids in Argentina. Other bands that broke up included Alice in Chains, or at least they played their last show with original singer Lane Staley. The Stone Roses crashed. Crowded House played what they said would be their final show on the steps of the Sydney Opera House. That breakup didn't last either. Slash left Guns N' Roses. He hasn't been back yet. And Pink Floyd broke up, apparently for good. Meanwhile, the Sex Pistols got back together for their Filthy Lucre tour. And here's one more interesting fact. David Bowie recorded a song called Telling Lies. It became the first free digital download offered by a major label. This was a major song, although the samples from Pulp Fiction landed the band in court. In the end, Quentin Tarantino was given a songwriting credit. Fun-loving criminals and Scooby snacks.